Sister Eileen, presented by the Colgate-Palmolive Company, makers of Colgate Dental Cream with Gardol and Cashmere Bouquet Soap.
Dear Mother and Dad, I wish you could see the wonderful view of New York that Ruth and I have from our apartment building. Of course, you have to be on the roof to see it, but that's where I'm spending all my time these days. I'm going to audition for a Hawaiian musical, and I'm trying to get as tan as possible. Oh, I do hope I land the part so that I can start helping Ruth with the expenses. I'm so proud of Ruth. Her job at the publishing company is very important. Dad, I wish you could see how smart she looks carrying that dispatch case you gave her. She's only been there 6 weeks, and already Ruth says they never have a board of directors meeting without her. I'd love to see her handle those executives. Ruth says everything stops when she walks in.
Hold it, gentlemen. Quiet. Miss Sherwood is here. Now let's give her our undivided attention.
All right, here we are. Gentlemen, this time I think I've really got it. Mr. Beaumont, corned beef on rye. Who's got the bologna on pumpernickel? Oh, there you go. Right. And yours is tongue on whole wheat.
I guess it's a good thing that Ruth is doing so well at her job, because so far she hasn't been able to sell any of her stories. But I know her break will come soon, and I hope mine will too. Well, I better end this letter now and get some sun on the front of me. Oh, by the way, Mother, don't worry about me taking sun baths. Nobody can see me up here.
Very nice. Very nice. Where'd you take this?
Yeah, but take a look at these. Take a look at these. I took these from the window of my apartment with a telephoto lens. I think I've got something here, Maury. You've never done a cheesecake layout on a writer before?
Now, look, just because she owns a typewriter, that doesn't mean...
No, I checked her out. Look, I blew up this section of the typewriter case with a name on it, see? Ruth Sherwood. She works for Parkview Publishers and writes stories on the side.
She's a doll. And I like the writer angle. The beautiful intellectual who likes to write unhampered, uninhibited.
Undressed.
Boy, if she can write like she can sunbathe.
These are just my amateur shots. Think what a professional glamour photographer will do with her.
You talked to her?
Not yet.
Good. Get me some of her stories. Our approach will be that we're interested in her writing.
Ah, there she is. My favorite tenant.
Good morning, Mr. Populus.
She speaks. This goddess of beauty. Perhaps she will accept my humble offering. A freshly squeezed nectar of the lemon.
Oh, well, thank you. My, you're in a good mood this morning.
And why not? Your exquisite charms have transformed my shabby rooftop into a temple of Venus. Your sister said she gave you the money for the rent?
Yes, she did.
Don't move. I'll get it. Must be in the pockets of the robe. Which pocket?
It's not there. I spent it.
You know, the wind up here plays tricks with sounds. Say it again.
I used the rent money for something else.
Go. You're turning my lovely roof garden into a Minsky's.
But let me explain. You'll get your rent money as soon as I land the part.
What part?
I'm auditioning this afternoon for a Hawaiian musical. That's why I've been working on this suntan.
Ridiculous. Who ever heard of a blonde Hawaiian?
You're right. So I used most of the rent money to buy a beautiful black wig.
Take it back.
There are tears in your eyes.
I can't help it. Your artistic performance has touched my heart.
You really are a very sensitive man, Mr. Populus.
Yes. Landlords should not have any emotions. But such beauty, such talent. Makes me cry to kick you out into the street.
What? Oh,
You have until midnight to get the rent money.
and if we catch you, mean?
Bagging.
Oh, no. No.
Hi. I'm looking for...
For an apartment? Oh, this one will be vacant by tomorrow. Here it isn't.
No. I'm looking for the apartment of, Ruth Sherwood.
What are you, a bill collector? Oh, no. I get my money first.
Oh. No, I'm with Bon Vivant magazine. See, we're interested in Miss Sherwood's story.
To buy? You would pay money?
Oh, a lot of money if she'll pose for the pictures go with it.
Of course she will pose. Anything you want. You can talk to her sister. Eileen. You will take the pictures here and maybe mention my apartment?
It could be.
Eileen? Oh, she's probably in the bedroom rehearsing her dance. Come in.
Ah, her sister's a dancer, huh?
Oh, a dancer, an actress, a model. Such talented sisters. Eileen?
You'll get your money. I'm returning the Hawaiian outfit.
Don't be ridiculous. Who cares about the rent money?
Is that you, Mr. Apopoulos?
Kamehameha, Apopoulos, your patron. You have a visitor here. Come out and say aloha. What did you say you do with the magazine?
Well, actually, I'm a literary agent. But the market's been a little depressed lately. So this week, I'm working on a magazine. Wow! Hey, you're as pretty as your sister.
Well, thank you. You've met Ruth?
Well, not formally, but I've seen quite a bit of her. I'm Chick Adams. I'm with Bon Vivant magazine.
Oh, how do you do?
Hi, how are you?
Sit down.
Oh, thank you.
They're interested in Ruth's stories.
Yes, I'd like to take a couple back to my editor with me.
How wonderful. Here.
Say, you know, I... Would you mind? Hey, you know, I'd like to talk my editor into doing a picture layout on you. Maybe even a cover.
That will be very helpful for your career, Eileen. Good publicity.
Yes, that's what Ruth says I need. Exposure.
Well, kind of pictures I have in mind will give you plenty of that.
All right. You know the rules. No eating in the cells unless you share it with the other prisoners.
Who's eating?
Don't try to kid me. I got a built-in radar for food. Oh, there it is. Excuse me. Well, must have a whole delicatessen in here.
Too late. I did have, but... Oh, no. Did I forget to give Mr. Bremerkamp his coleslaw?
You forgot.
They don't seal these cartons like they used to.
Oh. Tilt?
You know, it's a funny thing. My father brought me this case to take my stories to the publishers.
Well, no wonder you haven't sold any. They know they smell before they even read them.
Oh, that's very funny,
I
Bertha.
thought so, yes. You know your trouble, Ruth. It's a man's world, and you don't know how to handle men.
What's writing got to do with handling men?
Handling men has got to do with everything. And I can give you the secret in one word. Look. There.
Schmaltz.
The old schmooze. Soft soap. Baloney. Snow job.
I think the word you're looking for is flattery.
Oh, you writers and your fancy words. That's the idea. And it works. You know, going for sandwiches used to be my job. Then one day I told old Beaumont he reminded me of Clark Gable. I haven't shagged a salami since.
Clark Gable? Bertha, how could you lie like that?
Well, Schmaltz isn't lying. It's a poetic license. It's telling a man everything he wants to hear. It's buttering him up.
It's lying.
I guess it is, yes. But if there wasn't a demand for it, you couldn't sell it.
Ruth Sherwood speaking.
Miss Sherwood, this is Maurice Dugan. This is Maurice Dugan, editor of Bon Vivant magazine.
Did you ever hear of Bon Vivant magazine?
Oh, the editor, he's calling me.
I'm interested in buying one of your stories,
You are? I mean, you are?
depending upon one thing. Are you familiar with our publication?
Schmaltz. Oh, yes. Oh, am I familiar with your publications? I certainly am. Why, my goodness gracious, I read it all the time.
Good. And you know the kind of picture layouts we do.
I certainly do. They're excellent layouts. They're very artistic.
And you'd have no objection to our taking pictures of you to accompany your story.
Well, I'd be very flattered. But I warn you, I'm no Marilyn Monroe.
Miss Sherwood, I've just been looking at some of your pictures and reading some of your stories. To me, my dear, you're a combination of Marilyn Monroe and Arthur Miller.
You look like Monroe and write like Miller.
Well, it's better than looking like Miller and writing like Monroe. Oh, I'm sorry. No, what was that, Mr. Dugan? Duggan. Oh, it's Dugan.
Our Mr. Adams will contact you. Now, as to money, you have an agent?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, of course I have an agent. Yes, as a matter of fact, she just happens to be sitting right here in the office with me this minute.
Miss Sherwood's agent speaking. $17.50. Oh, are you kidding? No, we won't be able to take that either. No, Rufus Jerk wants to pay you $25 for a story. Hello, what?
I said I'll make you one final offer. $3,000.
All right, we'll take it. Yes, it's a deal. Goodbye. What? At least I got him up to $3,000.
Oh, good. Ruth! It's our call home. They have a service to Columbus now.
I hope it isn't Mother. It'll cost us a fortune.
Hello? Hello, Mother?
We're in trouble.
This is Eileen. What? No, nothing's wrong. Ruth's home from work, too. We have some news. Oh, no, she's not sick. No, she didn't get fired.
Hello, Mother. This is Ruth. Top of the world. No, I came home for lunch today. I want to call you with Eileen. I have got the most wonderful news. Well, you know what I've been wanting to happen to me for so long? Well, finally happened. No, Mother, I'm not married. Look, Mother, is Dad home? No, it's not something I can't tell you.
We're talking to our mother in Columbus now. We're telling her the good news about Ruth telling her stories.
Oh, let me say hello.
No, she didn't.
Hello, Mama Sherwood. Hello, congratulations, yes. Such a wonderful girl, your daughter. Yeah, my name, Nicopopoulos. Just a minute. She wants you.
Hello, Mother? No, Ruth's not marrying that man. Well, what's he doing here? He's living here.
Not with us, Mother. No, that wasn't a man. That was our landlord. Look, Mother, why don't you call me when Dad gets home? What? No. Listen, this afternoon Oh, Mother. Look, will you call me back when Dad gets home? No, everything's fine. That's what I've been trying to tell you. Okay. Now, you promise you'll call me back. All right. Goodbye. Well, there went a big chunk of the 3,000.
Exactly what I have come to talk to you about. Don't let this money slip through your fingers. Invest it in the right piece of real estate. Your $3,000 can bring you peace of mind, security, happiness.
Well, that's wonderful. Whereabouts is it?
Right here. Pay your rent 3 years in advance.
Are you kidding? Do you think we spent 3 years in this dungeon?
Dungeon.
Dungeon.
Dungeon! My dear girls, this is a summer penthouse. Cool. The sun cannot get in.
The air can't get in either.
And just cats and dogs off the street.
Yes. With the instinctive wisdom, the animals seek out a cool, comfortable spot.
Beautiful. Well, they can have it. Eileen, I got to get back to the office. You see, Mr. Apopoulos, Eileen and I are moving.
Would it make you happy if I will air condition the apartment?
Well, I'm...
Good. Good. Now the air is conditioned. It's clean, cool, and comfortable. I also have some wonderful ideas for redecorating.
Yeah, so do I. I'd like to see how the place looks without you in it.
Such a sense of humor.
Yes,
Marvelous.
If I didn't have to get back to the office, I'd really have you in stitches. Oh, Eileen, good luck at the Hawaiian audition.
Thanks, Ruth. See you tonight. Hey, don't forget the photographer's coming at 7:30.
That's right. Why do they want to photograph me?
Oh, my dear girl, you're a celebrity, a brilliant writer. You got it up here.
I'd rather have it where Eileen's got it. Photographs better. Come on, laughing boy. You're breathing up all the air conditioning.
Bye. Oh, boy.
Hey, Ruth. Come on, the exercise yard. We want to see you.
I can't, Bertha. I'm busy.
Oh, Ruth, come on.
You know how Beaumont frowns on readers talking during working hours.
Yeah, but it's almost quitting time. Besides, the warden's in the boardroom. Come on. Huh? 6 weeks and she's busting out.
Gee, I've been here for 4 years. Hey.
Now, look at me. I'm a lifer. I'll never get out. Well, here's to Ruth. May she become a useful member of society.
When you get on the outside, will you send me a cake with a file in it?
Send me a cake with a man in it.
You know, this is silly. I'm not quitting just because I wrote one story. That isn't...
Oh, get her. Next we'll be hearing of this kid. She'll be hobnobbing on the Riviera with Somerset Maugham and that literary set.
Which brings us to our going away present.
Yeah.
Oh, for heaven's sake, now you shouldn't have done that. Look, I tell you, I'm not quitting. I can't afford to quit.
Oh, get her. How long will it take you to write that story?
A couple of days.
Let's see, 3,000 every 2 days. Taking Sundays off, that's 9,000 a week. And she can't afford to quit a job that pays $72.50.
Go on, Ruth, open up the present.
Yeah.
Okay.
Read the card first.
Hold it. When you're rich and famous like Pearl Buck, remember the gang in the old cell block. That doesn't rhyme.
Look, if we could write, we'd go over the wall with you.
Hold it. You're kind of silly. You shouldn't have done this. Oh, they're lovely. 2 handkerchiefs. Look.
Handkerchief? It's a bikini. Sure, that's what they wear on the Riviera.
Yeah, everyone's supposed to get a new suit when they finish doing time.
This is yours.
You know old Beaumont wouldn't come through.
Yeah, he wouldn't give you the time of day.
Oh, yes, I will. It's 10 minutes before quitting time.
That is not funny. Miss Sherwood. Step over here, Miss Sherwood.
Mr. Beaumont, you mustn't blame the girls. It was my fault.
Oh,
See, they were
never mind that.
Now, we're working late tonight. I'd like you to bring in some coffee and sandwiches about 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock? But, Mr. Beaumont, Mr. Beaumont, would you send Edna Ferber for coffee?
What?
Or Pearl Buck for sandwiches?
Now, don't be ridiculous.
Well, then, Ruth Sherwood isn't going either.
Ruth! I'm in the tub. Look at you.
How'd the audition go?
Oh, it was wonderful. What a thrill.
Did you get the part?
No, but I didn't get eliminated until the last bunch.
Well, one of these days you'll be in that last bunch.
How'd it go with you?
I guess you could say I quit.
Good for you. Gosh, I can't be the photographer. It's too early.
No, it's probably Apopolis. Just tell him I hasu.
What's that mean?
I looked it up. It's Greek for get lost.
Oh, why, Mr. Adams.
Hi, Eileen.
Hi.
I know I'm a little early, but I wanted to talk to you before the photographer gets here.
Why, sure.
I'm afraid I wasn't able to sell my editor into doing a picture layout of you this
Oh,
time.
listen, that's all right. Ruth's the important one.
And by the way, I haven't met her yet.
She's taking a beauty bath.
Oh. So she needs it. Listen, how'd you like to join me down at the corner drugstore for a mall or something?
Oh, gosh, I'd love it. I'm starving. Oh, give me 10 seconds to change.
Right. Oh, Miss Sherwood. Wow, this is a long-awaited pleasure. You're beautiful.
Well, how gallant. Thank you.
The photographer isn't here yet.
Yes, I know.
Where's your sister?
In the bathtub.
Now her? You girls really go in for baths, don't you?
My hair is such a mess. Tell me something. Do you prefer blondes or brunettes?
Well, at the risk of being no gentleman, I must say, brunettes.
Good. You're going to the drugstore with a brunette. Oh, is it cool enough outside for a coat?
It's getting cooler.
1 second.
Right.
Waiting.
Oh, you were actually very fast considering. Say, what happened to Ruth?
I told you, she's in the bathtub.
Again?
She loves it.
Oh, Harry. Hi, come on in. Eileen Sherwood, I'd like you to meet the glamour photographer, Harry Barth.
Oh, how do you do?
Just a young lady? Very pretty.
That's your sister.
Ruth! Ruth, the photographer's here. She's still in the bathtub.
If you don't watch her, she'll be back in every 5 minutes.
Okay with me. I can grab a few shots of her in there.
Good. We'll be right back. We're going to go get them off.
Bye-bye. Excuse me.
Oh.
How do you do? I'm Ruth Sherwood.
I'm Harry Barth.
How do you do? I'll just be a minute.
Where's that sexy writer I'm supposed to photograph?
Oh, I'm the writer. But I wouldn't say my stuff is very sexy.
With that robe on, who can tell?
Well, I'll get out of this right away.
Oh, keep it on while I get set up.
Okay.
You must be quite a writer.
Well, my friends say my strongest asset is really my construction.
If you weren't, would you be in this magazine? Sit down near the typewriter. Let's see what kind of a shot we can get.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Very nice. It'd be very good. Put your glasses on. That could be very provocative. The stacked storyteller. The brain with the bill. Okay, you can take your robe off now.
Okay.
Where are you going?
To take my robe off now.
Yeah, you can take it off here.
Oh, well, you see, I have practically nothing on under it.
Naturally.
This is Bon Vivant?
The Saturday Review of Literature, it ain't.
Where do you go? The less clothes these girls have on.
You're scheduled for page 37.
Do you expect me to pose like that? Sorry.
How else? Come on, let's go to work.
Now, wait a minute. If you think for 1 minute I would even think.
Hey, you through already? How'd the pictures go?
I didn't get any. That dame won't pose unless she's got all her clothes on.
Naturally, you didn't expect her to pose.
How do you expect her to pose?
Get out of here, the both of you! Where's my sister?
She locked herself in the bathroom.
Bathtub again. Some obsession with those 2 dames.
All right, gentlemen, here we are.
Now, see here,
And
Miss
these
Sherwood.
are all homemade. Now, let's see. Who'd like a ham and cheese on rye? Fine. Eileen, bring in the ketchup and the mustard. Oh, gentlemen, I'd like to have you meet my sister, Eileen.
How do you do? Here's the mustard for your sandwich. Here's the mustard for you.
And here's yours, Mr. Beaumont.
Thank you.
Mr. Beaumont, has anyone ever told you you look like Clark Gable?
yes. Do you notice it, too?
Just tonight. And here's yours, Mr. Brando. Bremer can.